need a high-end designer or a lot of money to get a luxe look. Be your own interior designer.
This is Affordable Interior Design, the podcast.
Here's your host, Betsy Helmuth.
My next question for today comes from Ranae. Ranae is writing to us from Atlanta. She writes, "Hi Betsy, congratulations and best wishes for your new baby. It's been about a year, but I wanted to say big thanks for recommending that we paint our bathroom vanity taupe. It's been hard to capture on a phone picture, but it's so perfect, and I would have never thought of taupe. We did go a different direction for the wall color, and I really love that too. It took a while to find a green to match the funky 70s floor, but now the room doesn't look so much like an accident. I think you also recommended build.com somewhere, and it turns out that that was the only place that had a straight chrome shower rod that's not a tension rod in stock. Thanks, thanks, thanks. I've been living in the bathroom, potty training my son, and it's not so bad. Ranae." Well, Ranae, I'm glad to hear that it's not so bad because I'm having all these flashbacks to having children that needed to be potty trained. And it was 8 to 10 years ago that I had that situation. And I remember that my daughter was ready to be potty trained mentally, physically. She was about 2.5, but she refused because she loved the time on the changing table. She loved getting the attention. She loved talking and making us stop whatever we were doing to go attend to her needs, put her on the changing table, coo over her, tickle her, change her outfit. She just loved the special time, especially since it was time away from her brother, that it was just focused 100% on her. That was challenging because we needed to move on. We had just moved to a new house. We were super overwhelmed. And so we bribed her with what we called a potty poster. So I can't remember who it was, but I named my daughter Eden after East of Eden, which is one of my favorite books. And so I named her Eden after that book. And I feel like somebody gifted us this poster, but maybe I found it. Anyway, in French, it was the original French movie poster of this movie that was featuring James Dean. And so I told Eden that she would get a potty poster if she potty trained, and we would hang it above the toilet in the bathroom, and it had her name prominently plastered on it because even in French, you got l'est des dents. So she could see her name right there. And it was in bright colors that were pink and blue. So even though she had no idea about the movie, she's a little too young for that. Or, of course, the book, that was not her nightly bedtime story, guys. It's not for children. But it really incentivized her, and she was potty trained days later. And we took the picture to Michael's, had it framed, and it was above our toilet until we moved to Connecticut, and now it's in our guest room. So there we go. It's forever called the potty poster. Anyway, Ranae, thank you so much for sending me these pictures and letting me know what happened. I love to get updates. I love to see what's been going on. I think you picked a lovely shade of light mint green for your bathroom. Now, you guys know, if you've read my book or listened to the podcast or seen me on the Today Show, that I don't love the color green in any room where you see a lot of skin, whether it's a bedroom or a bathroom, because it can cast like a sickly pallor on your face, making you look relatively unwell. It's just not as flattering as, say, something warm like a cream or a peach or something that would really add a glow to your skin tone. But I think here it's light enough that it's really not going to be too much of a problem. I'm really excited that you changed out those wall sconces that had the round Hollywood lights, because I think you've really updated this bathroom on a budget. I love that you've changed out those old ceramic knobs for some clean handles. Everything is looking great, Ranae. I give you 2 thumbs up for your Atlanta bathroom. Because even though it has a lot of the old remnants, say the old vanity cabinet, this 3-inch square tile, these things that make us feel like, wait, this bathroom could use an update. You've done these cosmetic updates in such a way that I think it really freshens it until you're ready to splurge and do a gut reno on this thing. A big thank you to Aton and the Embassy, who wrote our theme song. A shout out to Catherine Heller, who owns the podcast shop and is our editor extraordinaire. We also want to thank Ginny Sunasan and her team at the Savvy Podcast Agency for their help with our social, our YouTube channel, and so much more. We also want to thank Uploft, which is our parent company who supports this podcast. And lastly, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to you. Thank you so much for tuning in and for all your support.